Elliot Temple, Curtis Joseph,
Here.
Dodie Adams,
Here.
Jim Pine,
Here.
Brandon Golson,
Here.
Travis Manso,
Here.
Frank Morris.
Here.
We have a quorum.
We got Mr. Fine. Will lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Ms. Starks with the introductions.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanika Starks, and I will be presiding over today's administrative hearings. I'm an Assistant Attorney General with the Louisiana Department of Justice. However, the board will make all findings and facts and conclusions of law. Can we please silence all cell phones at this time? Thank you.
We got consideration of minutes. Can we get a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Beavers.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. We begin today by swearing in the staff. I call the name out there to stand. Blaine Anderson, Joe Anderson, Kerry Morgan, Lori LaRose, Clay Rivas, Wade Day, Robert Mertens, Jared Watson, Todd Eatman, Stephanie Belanger, and Logan Cockerham, Lori LaRose, and David Ham.
Okay.
And
Starks, you want to swear?
Yes. Can you raise your right hand for me, everyone? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Do we have any public comment?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Morgan.
Black Bayou Concrete LLC called yesterday and requested a continuance to attend a funeral today.
Okay. Can we get a motion?
Sorry.
We got a motion to continue by Ms. Doty. Anybody?
Second.
All right, motion and second to continue. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Blake
Next.
Construction and Renovation Services LLC, or any representatives present.
Let the record reflect that no one is present on behalf of Blade Construction and Renovation Services, LLC.
Blake Construction and Renovation Services LLC of Shreveport, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 2631 Bardo Lane, Bossier City, Louisiana, in the amount of $58,917.
Call John Eatman.
Mr. Eatman has been sworn.
Mr. Eatman, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter involving Blade Construction?
Yes, sir, they were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
According to the exhibits, it appears that Blade Construction was provided with notice of its violation and of this hearing by letter certified mail. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It also shows that Blade Construction engaged in the business of residential construction without a license. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at the time, the total value of that contract for them doing that work was $58,917. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it was.
And again, not licensed with this board to do that residential work. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
We submit to the board that Blade Construction and Renovation Services LLC is in violation of Louisiana contractors' licensing laws for failure to possess necessary licensing with this board to perform residential construction work in the amount of $58,917. We ask that you find them guilty of the violation and issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Move to find him guilty, maximum fine of $5,891.70, down on hearing clause 66.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Handyworks Construction LLC, or any representatives present.
Let the record reflect that no one is present on behalf of Handyworks Construction, LLC.
Handyworks Construction LLC of Houma, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 129 West 97th Street, Cutoff, Louisiana, in the amount of $63,058.
Call Lori LaRose.
Ms. LaRose has been sworn.
Ms. LaRose, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter involving Handyworks?
They were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Ms. LaRose, it appears that Handiworks was provided with notice of its violation and of this hearing by certified mail. Is that correct?
That's correct.
The records also show that Handiworks Construction engaged in the business of residential contracting without a license from this board. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the total amount of the work was $63,058. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We submit to the board that Handiworks Construction LLC is in violation of Louisiana's contracting licensing laws for failure to possess licensing with this board to perform work on a residential structure in the amount of $63,058. We ask that you find them guilty of the violation and issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Move to find him guilty, maximum fine $6,305.80. Down on here, clause 626. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Adams Land and Property Management, LLC. Staff is requesting a continuance of this case pending the outcome of his criminal case.
Can I get a motion?
Move.
A second. All in favor? Any opposed? Shall continue.
3IG, LLC. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of 3IG LLC.
We have a settlement offer. 3IG LLC of Rayville, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 2701 West Deborah Drive, Monroe, Louisiana, the amount of $228,348.60. This is their first violation. They've held commercial and residential licenses since February 14th of this year. They stated this is the first time they've ever been in trouble, and it will be the last. They're offering a no contest plea, $1,000 fine plus $1,000 cost.
Call Wade Day.
Mr. Day has been sworn.
Mr. Day, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir, they were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Submit the settlement offer for consideration.
Move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. So, Ms. Morgan, they wanted that read into the record?
Josu Perez, doing business as JPE Remodeling. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of Josu Perez, DBA JPE, Remodeling.
We have a settlement offer. Josu Perez, doing business as JPE Remodeling of West Monroe, Louisiana, is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 2701 West Deborah Drive, Monroe, Louisiana, in the amount of $79,545. This is their first violation. They've held a home improvement registration under JPE Painting and Remodeling, LLC since June of 2023. They plan to apply for their residential license this year. They're offering a no contest plea, $1,000 fine plus $1,000 costs.
Call Wade Day.
Mr. Day has been sworn.
Mr. Day, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir, they were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Submit the settlement offer for consideration.
Move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Roberto Rodriguez, doing business as Rodriguez Alva Flooring, LLC. They are requesting a continuance to allow time to obtain their home improvement registration and qualify for a citation.
Move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Shall the matter continue.
Carl E. Mitchell, are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of Carl E. Mitchell.
Carl E. Mitchell of Monroe, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 2701 West Deborah Drive, Monroe, Louisiana, in the amount of $14,885.
Call Wade Day.
Mr. Day has been sworn.
Mr. Day, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir, they were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
The exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Day, according to the records at exhibit number 4, it appears that Carl E. Mitchell was provided with notice of his violation and of this hearing date by certified mail. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It also shows that Carly Mitchell performed work on a residential project in the amount of $14,885. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at the time, Carly Mitchell did not possess licensing with this board to perform that work on a residential construction project. Is that correct?
That is correct.
We submit to the board that Wade B. Day is in violation of Louisiana contractors licensing laws for failure to possess necessary licensing with this board to perform work on a residential project in the amount of $14,885. We ask that you find him guilty of the violation, issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Before the board makes a decision, allow me to speak with counsel.
Yes, ma'am. Service issue.
We're going to move to pass this and reset based on the fact that the letter did not specifically state today as the hearing date, although it gave the time, but not today. So we're
Okay.
going to ask that it pass.
Thank you, Ms. Starks.
No problem.
We need a motion on that, Ms. Starks. pass it?
Motion to, yes, sir.
Can I get a motion to pass this matter?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the matter's passed. Thank you.
Frederick Lance Waddles or any representatives present.
Let the record reflect no one is present on behalf of Frederick L. Waddles, DBA D&W Construction.
Frederick Lance Waddles of Keithville, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 6504 Diane Street, Shreveport, Louisiana, in the amount of $11,035.79.
Call Robert Mertens.
Mr. Mertens has been sworn.
Mr. Mertens, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir.
We'll offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Mertens, it appears from the record that the notice of violation and of this hearing was posted on Frederick Waddles doing business as DW Construction's last known residence location. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
And have you heard from Mr. Waddles after that posting?
I'm sorry, say
Have you heard from Mr. Waddles since that posting?
No, sir.
It also shows that Frederick Waddles performed work on a residential contract, which appears to be a roofing repair. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the total amount of that estimate or contract was $11,035.79. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And at the time, Mr. Waddles, doing business as D&W Construction, did not possess licensing with this board to perform work on a residential construction project. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
We submit to the board that Frederick L. Waddles, doing business as D&W Construction, is in violation of Louisiana contractors licensing laws for failure to possess the necessary licensing with this board to perform work on a residential construction project in the amount of $11,035.79. Ask that you find him guilty of the violation, issued appropriate fines and costs.
Found guilty, maximum fine of $1,103.58, down no hearing costs, cease and desist. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the motion passed.
Swift Painting LLC or any representatives present.
And you can pull the microphone down to your mouth, okay? Can you state your name and your affiliation with the company?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Matthew Johnson. I'm the owner of Swift Painting.
Okay. Mr. Johnson, you said?
Matthew Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Swift Painting LLC of Livingston, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of alleged violations for falsely representing or advertising regarding the person's license status or classification, and for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 7439 Rue Henry, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in the amount of $22,323.75. This is their first violation. They've held a home improvement registration since February of 2020. They had a lapse from February 12th of 24 to November 6th of 24, when it was renewed until February of 26.
Mr. Johnson, how would you like to plead to the alleged violation?
Yes, I'm here to take full responsibility for my
Hold on,
company's
you need to have a
compliance.
plea.
We just need a plea, so
Yeah.
you have the options of pleading guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
No
If you-
contest.
Okay, thank you.
Move to accept.
We have a motion and a second to accept the no contest plea. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the please accept it.
Call Robert Mertens.
Mr. Mertens has been sworn.
Mr. Mertens, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors?
Yes, sir.
We'll offer the exhibits into the record.
Mr. Johnson, have you had an opportunity to review these documents?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. No objection. Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Mertens, according to the documents, it appears that Swift Painting LLC performed work on a residential project without possessing a license with this board at the time. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
It also shows that Swift Painting at page I don't even have a number. At page 23 shows a residential home improvement shows a certificate for home improvement work. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is it the contention that document is a forged document? Is it a forged document?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay. And the total amount of the work that was being performed was $22,323.75. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so the Exhibit C is the actual home improvement registration for Swift Painting LLC, correct?
Yes.
And it lapsed on February 11th of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then it was reinstated. It was not reinstated until November of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so the document that is behind that first document indicating a license date of February 24 through February 11, 2025 is not accurate and is a forged document. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
No further questions.
Mr. Johnson, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Would you like to?
No
offer
further
an expla-
questions.
Okay, thank
No
you.
further witnesses.
Would you like to offer an explanation to the board and/or a plea as to
Please.
penalty?
Yes, just want to say again, Matthew Johnson, Swift Painting, here to take full responsibility for my company's compliance. I respectfully ask the board to consider the full context of this situation specifically. Historically, we've always renewed our license and insurance. Unfortunately, in early 2024, my former business partner, who I'm no longer partners with, failed to renew our license, as that was his responsibility, as he was over admin tasks during that period from 2023 to July 2024 during our partnership. Without my knowledge, a falsified certificate was created by his assistant, sent to a client, and I only became aware of this after receiving the complaint, as I was a minority owner at this period of time. Once informed, I took immediate steps once I received the email from Mr. Robert to correct the situation, including removing the partner, updating our filings, and regaining full compliance, as we are right now fully licensed and insured. I've learned from this mistake and put systems in place to ensure that this never happens again.
Mr. Johnson, two things. One, thank you for appearing, and we appreciate your candor. Mr. Mertens, is this all accurate?
I'm sorry.
His statements, that what he said is correct?
Oh, yes, very.
Okay.
He cooperated completely.
Okay. Board? Would you like to make an offer?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you stand to have a fine of $332.38, which is the max fine and the penalty, the hearing cost. So I guess the question is do you have something you want to offer to us. And look, we get it. We understand where you are, but I think that also there's a rule of law here that applies.
Right.
So.
Maybe half that fine, just because that $22,323.75 wasn't what the full contract was. We have a special promo that we offer our clients. So the proposal or invoice was technically $18,913.50. So maybe base off of that. Just wanted to throw that in there.
So what number would that be?
I suppose lower. Half. I'm not, whatever the board considers reasonable or.
Well, I'm gonna say this, because of your honesty and because of your, I guess, being forthright and stepping up and admitting your responsibility means a lot to this board and to the people in this room, because we don't see a lot of that today. But I can tell you that I'm gonna say that we're gonna fine you the hearing cost of $1,000, and I'll dismiss the penalty phase.
Thank you.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson.
Thank
Which is better than your offer, because you offer me half.
Thank you.
A&M Construction Group, LLC, are any representatives present?
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Can you state your name and your affiliation with the company?
My name is Austin Pooler. I'm part owner of A&M Construction Group.
Can you state your last name again for me?
It's Pooler.
Hootler?
Pooler.
Pooler.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And you're the
50% owner.
okay part owner of the company.
Yes, ma'am. Part owner.
And are you authorized to speak on behalf of the company?
Yes, ma'am. My business partner is in the hospital with cancer, so
Okay.
yeah. I didn't even know what time to come today. I found out last minute when I called.
Okay. Thank you for your candor. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
A&M Construction Group, LLC of Baton Rouge, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for abandoning or failing to perform without justification any contract or project or deviating from plans without consent of the owner at 1783 Fountain Avenue, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in the amount of $22,097. This is their first violation. They obtained their home improvement registration July 6th of 2023, which was suspended for insurance lapse on June 25th of this year and then expired on July 6th.
Mr. Pooler, how do you plead to the alleged violation?
No contest.
Okay.
We have a no contest plea.
Would accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to accept the plea. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Show the please accept it.
Call Robert Mertens.
Mr. Mertens has been sworn.
Mr. Mertens, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Mr. Pooler, have you had an opportunity to review these documents?
I looked over them in the bag.
Do you have an objection to these documents being entered into the record?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. No objection. The exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Mertens, in your investigation, explain to the board what you discovered.
I'm sorry.
Explain to the board what you discovered in your investigation.
Yes.
What did you discover in your investigation?
I discovered that that they contracted to do the work. They did part of the work, but there was a carport that was supposed to be installed as well, which was not installed. His partner told me that they had the carport materials in a warehouse in Port Allen. I asked him to provide the receipts for that. That's when he stopped communicating with me. They walked off and abandoned the job, basically.
So the partner, was that Mr. Mason Johnson?
Yes.
And so your understanding is that they installed a roof, and the other part of the job was to erect a carport. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And they did not fully erect the carport. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And were they paid for that portion of the work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but just didn't perform the work. Is that right?
That's right.
And so they're here before the board for abandoning the project. Is that correct?
Yes.
No further questions.
Mr. Pooler, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, ma'am.
Any further questions or any further witnesses?
No additional witnesses?
Okay. Mr. Pooler, would you like to explain or make an offer to the board as to a penalty for the alleged violation?
Yes, ma'am. Basically, what happened was the guy that did the roof was a subcontractor. I paid him a deposit for the next phase of the job, and he kind of just went MIA in a sense, and we were just going back and forth communications. And then when my business partner got sick, things kind of just fell wayside. But I take full responsibility for what happened. I was calling the shots at that time. I'm willing to pay $1,000 fine or whatever I need to pay to make things right.
Where are you with licensing at this point?
I'm actually here to renew it. It expired on the 6th, which was Sunday. So I had to come up here to renew my license anyway. So I just figured I would take care of everything at one time.
Ms. Morgan, aside from the pending matters, is there anything that would prohibit him from renewing the license? It's a home improvement license, is that correct?
Yes, sir. They need to provide insurance as well.
Okay.
I have that.
What's that? I couldn't hear you. What did
He
you
said
say?
he has the insurance.
I say I have the insurance.
Other than that, he should be able to go forward.
And pay a reinstatement fee of $250.
I'm prepared to pay for that. I called over the phone and they kind of gave me.
They'll walk you through it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what's the pleasure of the board?
I'm assuming we can get his license renewed within 60 days.
Yes, sir.
He says it's his.
All right, so I'm gonna fine you $1,000 and a $500 max penalty, and if you get your license within 60 days renewed.
Okay, I
If
will.
not, then it's going to revert back to the full fine.
Okay, can I pay that today?
That's
They'll help you
up
out.
to the people in the back.
Okay, thank you.
All right, but before we move forward, my concern is that the homeowner who didn't get the full project done. I need to understand that y'all have protocols in place to keep that from happening going forward.
Yes, sir.
Because as I appreciate, they paid, but they didn't get what they paid for.
So my question is, do I need to break that with her, or how does that go?
I would tell you that's your responsibility to do that. And number two is that that's a bad business practice to not do that. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll reach out to her when I leave.
I
Once
certainly
you-
appreciate you squaring that away.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, so you made an offer?
Yeah. So we're gonna go back to where I was. We're gonna fine him $500 fine, $1,000 hearing costs. Which we're gonna fine him the full fine, which is $2,209.70, $1,000 hearing cost to be reduced to $500 to $1,000 if he gets his license renewed within 60 days.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the motion carried. Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you.
Benoit's Custom Carpentry and Remodeling, LLC. Are any representatives present?
Let the record reflect that no one is present on behalf of Benoit's Custom Carpentry and Remodeling, LLC.
Benoit's Custom Carpentry and Remodeling, LLC of Montague, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 9118 Highway 1, Lockport, Louisiana, in the amount of $9,250.
Call Robert Mertens.
Mr. Mertens has been sworn.
Mr. Mertens, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, sir.
We'll offer those exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Mertens, according to the documents, it appears that initially Benoit's Custom Cabinetry or Carpentry was provided with notice of its violation and of this hearing by attaching to the door of Benoit's Custom Cabinetry. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it
And
is.
then there was communication with the board, and Ms. Morgan provided a notice at page 31 of this hearing by email, which was sent to Mr. Benoit. Is that correct?
Yes.
And according to the documents, it also shows that Benoit's Custom Carpentry did work on a residential project in the amount of $9,250. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And at the time did not possess licensing with this board to perform work on a residential construction project. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We submit to the board that Benoit's Custom Carpentry and Remodeling LLC is in violation of Louisiana contractors licensing laws for failure to possess the licensing with this board to perform work on a residential project in the amount of $9,250. We ask you find him guilty of the violation, issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Who to find guilty, maximum fine of $925 without no hearing costs.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the motion carried.
Jose Mata, doing business as CMS Construction, or any representatives present?
Let the record reflect the known as present on behalf of Jose Mata, DBA CMS Construction.
Jose Mata, doing business as CMS Construction of Leesville, Louisiana, is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 19700 John Stafford Road, Walker, Louisiana, in the amount of $221,303.49.
Call Jared Watson.
So Watson has been sworn.
Mr. Watson, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
Yes, they were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Watson, according to the records, it appears at pages 50 and 51 of the record that Mr. Mata was provided with notice of his violation and of this hearing date by attaching to, wait, hold on one second. By first certified mail and then by communication with Ms. Carrie Morgan by email. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And at page 50, he is notified of this hearing date and he acknowledges that receipt. Is that correct?
That's correct.
In your investigation, you found that Mr. Mata performed residential construction work without a license with this board. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the total amount of payments made to Mr. Mata was $221,303.49, including labor and materials. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And again, did not possess licensing with this board to perform that. Was that on a residential construction project?
Yes, it was.
And did not possess licensing with this board to perform work on a residential construction project. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We submit to the board that Jose Mata, doing business as CMS Construction, is in violation of Louisiana's contractors licensing laws for failure to possess a residential contractor's license and performing work on a residential construction project in the total amount of $221,303.49. We ask that you find him guilty of the violation, issue the appropriate fines and costs.
Who to find guilty, maximum fine of $22,130.35 without allowing hearing costs. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the motion carries.
Aquastat LLC, or any representatives present?
Can you please step to the podium? Can you state your name and your affiliation with the company, sir?
Jason Olivier, owner.
Okay, can you speak into the microphone for
Jason
me?
Olivier, owner.
Okay. Mr. Olivier, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Aquastat LLC of Lafayette, Louisiana, is before you today for consideration of alleged violations for falsely representing or advertising regarding the person's license, status, or classification, and for acting as a contractor to perform work and to perform mold remediation without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 101 Birdwatch Lane, Lafayette, Louisiana, amount of $477,215.15. This is the first violation for Aquastat. This is the second violation for Mr. Olivier. In July of 2010, he was found guilty of contracting without a license. He was fined $22,875 plus $500 costs. That remains outstanding. The LLC has not applied. Olivier's Contracting LLC applied for a residential license in 2005 but failed to follow through. Mr. Olivier is a member of Upton Plumbing LLC, which has held a plumbing license since 2006. He is not the QP.
That's not, I don't think that's all me.
Okay. how do you plead to the alleged violations as we present today?
On this right here, no
Yes, as
contest.
presented. Yes, in that packet. You have the the options to plead guilty, not guilty,
No
or no
contest.
contest. Okay.
Okay, he's offered a no contest plea.
Move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Show the please accept it.
Call Jared Watson.
Mr. Watson has been sworn.
Mr. Watson, in front of you, exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of a licensing board for contractors involving Aquastat LLC?
Yes, they were.
We're off of the exhibits into the record.
Mr. Olivier, have you had a chance to review the documents?
I do. I did.
Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, I mean, I can say that the number that was listed on here wasn't even connected. But the dockets, from what I can tell, they're accurate.
Okay, so no objection.
No objections. I mean, let me see something. The only thing I object to is the amount he said that he paid.
Okay, I'm going to overrule that objection, but it's noted for the record.
Yeah.
So the exhibits will be admitted.
Yes.
Mr. Watson, at Exhibit 2B, is that a quote or invoice from Aquastat for work on a residential project?
Yes, it is.
And the total amount is $455,365.15. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that's from Aquastat to Scott Daly. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Also, at Exhibit 2D, is that an invoice from Aquastat?
Yes, it is.
And again, is it to Scott Daly?
Yes, it is.
And the amount is $21,850. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And is that for mold remediation?
Yes, it is.
And at the time that the Aquastat invoice noted at 2B was issued, did Aquastat possess licensing with this board to
No, they
perform
did
work
not.
on a residential construction project?
No, they did not.
And as it relates to 2D, did Aquastat possess licensing with this board to perform mold remediation at the time of that invoice?
No, they did not.
And both of those invoices are related to residential construction projects, is that correct?
That's correct.
No further questions.
Any questions for this witness, Mr. Olivier? Do you have any questions for this witness?
No.
No questions?
Basically, he made the complaint because he didn't
You'll
pay
be
the
able
bill.
to give your statement. Give me 1 second. Counsel, do you have any other witnesses or questions?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Mr. Olivier a question.
Okay, Mr. Olivier.
Mr. Olivier, as it relates to, if you look at Exhibit 2F, is that your company at page 22 and 23, Aquastat?
F.
Is it?
Oh, I'm trying to get to the page.
Okay.
E.
Give them a page number.
Page 22 and 23, Exhibit 2F.
Yes.
And is this something that you have on the internet?
I'm not sure. I gave somebody some money to do some advertisement for me.
Okay. And it says licensed, bonded, insured at both page 22 and 23. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Are you licensed in
No.
Louisiana or Florida?
No.
No further questions.
Okay. Mr. Olivier, you may make a statement to the board in regards to the allegations and a plea, an offer as to a fine or penalty.
What's the penalty, or do I just make the offer?
What's the
Your maximum fine at this point is $48,721.72.
I'd like to see if I could pay a $5,000 fine. I got paid $20,000 for a bunch of work. I basically put the AC in at cost. He was supposed to pay me back. He didn't. And when I told him I'd lien his house, that's when he had a problem. He knew I didn't have a license. Basically, when he was speaking with Mr. Jonathan White with Atlantic Casualty, I was just basically giving him some rough estimates. Then I had ECAT submit a quote to do the job, a licensed and insured contractor for the state. And he submitted that to do the work. Scott said he was going to go ahead and self-contract that job. And that was prior to the mold work being done. I do have the certification, I do not have the license, and I do intend to get the license.
I think you have an outstanding debt, right?
For what?
Yes, sir. For a 2010 case?
For what?
She's 2010 case. She's over there. She's speaking.
Contracting without a license in 2010?
I don't remember getting any information on that. Can I see that?
I'll have to pull up the record.
As it relates to this case, I think he was making an offer to the board. Did you say what your offer is going to be?
I offer $5,000.
Okay. Is that 4,000 plus 1,000 in cost? 4,000 fine, 1,000 in cost?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
What's the pleasure of the board?
This one.
Mr. Morris, if I could, could ask one more question for Mr. Olivier. Did you perform the work on this project?
On
This
which work?
$455,000 project, did y'all perform the work?
Oh, the work was performed. And
It was completed?
Complete, satisfactory. I had somebody with all the certs put in the air conditioner. And basically, Aquastat fronted the money. And when it came time to collect the bill on the money, he collected the money from the insurance company. Then he didn't want to pay.
So did you get paid?
No, I did not get paid.
Okay. How much were you said you were paid $20,000, right?
Correct.
Okay. That's it? That's all you were paid?
For as far as for the work, yes.
Okay.
I'll make a motion.
Go ahead.
Fine him 10,000 plus court costs. If you would have taken care of the first one, I would have given you the leniency. We're still giving you leniency.
No, I understand. I appreciate it.
10,000.
Can somebody show me the first one?
They'll walk you through all
They're
that.
pulling it up now.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming and being willing to handle your business.
Look, I didn't get the information on the first one, to my knowledge.
Did you say 2010, Ms. Morgan?
Yes.
Yeah.
2010, yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's a while.
And what was?
It was home improvement work without a registration for Gary Lamas. That was the name of the homeowner.
320 South Railroad in Del Camry.
Delcom. Basically, on that job, I bought in special materials to that job, and no, I did not have a license to do that job.
Mr. Olivier, we are only on the violations for today. I would caution you to only speak on the violations for today.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll second the motion.
Hold on, I think he's gonna clean it up a little bit.
Yeah. I'm going to make it a little, it's not going to be as good for him, but I'm going to motion
It'll be the same for you if you do what you're supposed to do.
to fine you the max penalty unless if you pay the previous fine, we will drop it down to 10,000.
Okay, what's the previous on?
I don't know if we can do that.
Can we?
Yeah.
No?
That's what
Okay.
he turned over there.
10,000 plus court costs. That's the motion.
And keep in mind that you have to get all that straight in order for you to even be licensed again. So you need to get moving on that and figure out what you need to do to get that paid off, okay?
All right, so let's get, for the record, let's get the motion clear. As I appreciated, it was 10,000 plus the court costs,
Yes.
so 11,000 total,
Okay.
okay? We have a motion for that. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Citation has been paid.
Lady in the back will get with you, sir. Sir? In the back.
Did we call the next one? I'm sorry.
This is a rehearing. I got the field citation.
We'll introduce into the record the exhibit packets for James Blackwell 2024-0921 and Compton Builders 2024-0526. Oh, wait, hold on.
It's just one.
Okay, it's just one, James Blackwell. Submit that exhibits 1, 2, 3, and 4 into the record.
Exhibits for James Blackwell are admitted.
Okay.
Under rehearings, Compton Builders LLC, are any representatives present?
I'm John Stacy for Compton Builders.
We can't hear you.
Son.
Sir, can you speak up, please?
John Stacy for Compton Builders, the owner's son.
Mr. Stacy?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Stacy. Can you raise your, you say you're the owner's son?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any ownership in the company or any authorization to speak on behalf of the company?
Yes.
From who?
My mother and family.
From his family. Counsel, did we have an objection for, against this, Mr. Stacy representing the company?
Mr. Stacy actually signed the contract for this project.
No, I didn't. It was fraudulently signed, and I brought the paperwork from the customer over there. We own a trailer park beside.
Mr.
Hold tight.
Stacy, give me
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
So are we prosecuting him under the company or are we prosecuting him as
Compton Builders LLC is, we're prosecuting on him. Mr. Stacy, who do you have permission to act on behalf of the company?
From my mother, Shirley Stacy.
You said on behalf of your mother?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. Is that Shirley Stacy?
Yes.
At this point, I don't have a problem with him communicating or acting on behalf because he is alleged that he is providing apparent authority to act on behalf of the company through his mother, Shirley Stacy. Shirley Stacy, Mr. Stacy is Shirley Stacy. She is an owner of Compton, correct?
Correct.
And as listed in the Secretary of State, she is an owner of Compton. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, I don't have a problem with him acting on behalf of the company.
Okay, Mr. Stacy, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it your testimony that you are authorized to speak on behalf of Compton Builders LLC?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
They're asking for a rehearing. The board would have to consider a granting of the rehearing.
Move to accept.
Motion to rehear.
To rehear. We have a motion and a second to rehear the matter. All in favor? Any opposed?
Compton
That passes.
Compton Builders LLC of Baton Rouge, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana State Contractor's License at 22125 Walker Street, Plaquemine, Louisiana, in the amount of $97,300. This was their second violation. In October of 21, they pled no contest to home improvement work without a registration and paid $500 costs. They've held a home improvement registration since August of 21.
Call Robert Mertens.
Did we get a plea?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mr. Stacy, how would you like to plead?
Not guilty because I didn't do nothing. This is a neighbor.
Okay, one thing at a time. So we got the plea. All right, we can go forward. Mr. Counselor.
Call Robert Mertens.
Mr. Mertens has been sworn.
Mr. Mertens, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter involving Compton Builders, LLC?
Yes, sir.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Mr. Stacy, have you had an opportunity to review the documents?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objection to the documents being entered into the record?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. No objection. The exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Mertens, in your investigation, it appears that Exhibit 2A that a complaint was filed against Compton Builders. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And in that, it was filed by Mr. Greg Lyons. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Involves his residential house at 22125 Walker Street in Plaquemine, Louisiana. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And Mr. Lyons stated that he was contacted by John Stacy of Compton Builders to perform home repairs and home improvements on his property. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And Exhibit 2B, what is Exhibit 2B?
It's the estimate and the cost of the contract.
And that contract issued or estimate to Mr. Leonard Lyons?
Yes.
And the total amount, what was the total amount of that contract as indicated at 2B, page 12?
$97,300.
And at the time, did Compton Builders LLC possess a residential contractor's license with this board to issue that contract?
No, they did not.
And any amounts at the time over $75,000 required a residential contractor's license with this board. Is that correct?
That is correct.
In your investigation, was it your understanding that Compton Builders performed work on the project?
Yes.
And there are indications of checks being issued. Did Mr. Lyons issue checks for work being performed on the project?
Yes.
The complaint also shows that Mr. Stacy apparently communicated with Mr. Lyons about submitting or paying for additional work on the project. Is that correct?
Yes.
No further questions.
Mr. Stacy, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, I do. I have a affidavit from Mr. Lyons stating, and
Does that affidavit include questions for this witness?
for this witness here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Lyons stated, this was just a couple weeks ago. Mr. Lyons, and I brought a copy of it. Read that for the.
So wait a minute, you need to ask him
You
questions.
need to ask a question and listen. Let's stop.
Yeah.
You need to ask a question and then you need to request to allow him to see that document before he sees it. Mr. Mertens, can you put that document back on his stand, please? Mr. Mertens, can you put that document back on his stand, please? Thank you.
Well, I was just saying, hey, I got an affidavit here from the customer saying that I'm his neighbor. I didn't do the work.
Hold on. We gotta
Is that a
stop.
question?
So where we are right now, Mr. Stacy, is it's your opportunity to ask this witness questions. Did you, have you, will you, so forth and so on, questions. You need to ask those to him. If you don't have any questions, then you're at the position where you can, hold on one second. Then you're at the point where you can make a statement to us, but those two things are separate. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can ask him questions now.
Okay, on these checks that Mr. Lyons paid. They was made to Charles Williamson. And then for the 15,000, and it said paid for materials. And then Mr. Lyons paid again to Charles Williamson.
Are those questions,
Is that a
Mr.
question?
Stacy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm asking him here. That Charles Williamson, not Compton Builder.
You're asking him what?
These checks was not made out to Compton, is what I'm saying.
Or put that in the question form for Mr. Mertens, not for me.
So is these checks made out to Compton Builders for the 15,000 and for the 6,000?
He's asking you who the checks were made payable to.
The checks were made payable to Mr. Charles Williamson at his direction, which he acknowledged to me during the course of the investigation.
Okay.
He stated that he acknowledged that the amount of the contract with the complainant exceeded his home improvement threshold, and he also verified the complainant's assertion that he instructed him to make the payments to Mr. Charles Williamson.
Next question.
How much money was got out of that project? Do you know?
How much money was?
Yeah, how much did he pay out? You say he got charged
Yeah.
97,000. How much did?
No, he was charged. That was the amount of the contract, his payments.
It was total how much?
First check was for $15,000. Second check was for $6,000. And that's what we have from the two checks that he sent in that were made out to Mr. Charles Williamson at your direction.
He's putting words in my mouth.
Any
I
other
wouldn't-
questions, Mr. Stacy?
No, ma'am.
Oh, all right.
But I would like to know that there's an affidavit from
Well,
this.
you'll have an opportunity to make
Okay.
your statement.
All right.
Counsel, do you have any other witnesses?
Yeah,
or
let me
questions?
cross-examine. Let me redirect on Mr. Mertens.
Okay.
Mr. Mertens, in your investigation, what is your understanding of why these checks were written?
I'm sorry, say it again.
What is your understanding of why these checks were written to Charles Williamson?
At his direction, he wanted him to write it to a member of his crew.
When you say his, you talk about Mr. Stacy?
Yes,
Mr. Stacy directed that checks be written to Mr. Williamson?
yes.
And was it your why was it your understanding that they were writing checks to Mr. Williamson?
I have no idea why.
Was Mr. Williamson a laborer working on behalf of Compton Builders
Yes,
and working on Mr. Lyons' property? Is that correct?
that's correct.
It appears that Mr. Lyons was 78 years old. Is that right?
Yes,
And eventually his children got involved in this matter, right?
that's correct.
And his children had concern regarding what was happening at their father's property?
Yes, the complainant, he said he was solicited by Mr. Stacy about repairing and remodeling his home. He claims that Mr. Stacy bullied him into signing the contract by claiming he had already signed it electronically, thereby accepting the terms and conditions. Mr. Stacy continuously pushed Mr. Lyons to pay for the job before it was complete. Mr. Lyons' adult children interceded and stopped Compton from doing any additional work on the house. Those allegations are civil and or criminal in nature and not under our jurisdiction. Search of the database showed that Compton Buildings only held a home improvement registration. So,
No further questions to Mr. Mertens. No additional witnesses.
Okay. Mr. Stacy, now is your opportunity to provide a statement. I'm still talking. Provide a statement as to the violation, as well as offer, no, you pled not guilty. Provide your statement or any additional documents that you may have to plead your case.
Number one, Mr. Lyons is our neighbor. We own a mobile home community right beside him. And I don't know if, did y'all see this affidavit he hand wrote at 78 years old or 73, whatever he said? He hand wrote an affidavit saying he knows who I am. I've never had a business dealing with him ever. Never. And I wasn't here for the hearing. We own 2 lumber yards in Seattle. I was there and can prove it. I wasn't even here. The only time I was ever there when we was working our mobile home community with a guy named Billy Touye that owns half that area over there. I was working on his trailer park the week before that. But I never talked to Mr. Lyons. Mr. Williams talked to him. I never seen Mr. Lyons that day. I know who Mr. Lyons is, and I talked to him about a travel trailer about 6 months before that. When they asked us to use a bobcat to tear a piece of concrete out, I wouldn't even let them, because we was overdoing another job for Billy Touye Construction. And it was all tied together, and the guy was trying to use our stuff, and how he come up with our paperwork, I don't know. But we didn't do the job. If we would have done it, it would have been made out to Compton Builders. My mom's 77 years old, never had a speeding ticket in her life. We worked for the Ashes for 30 years, Louisiana Caterpillar, call them all. We're gonna do what we say. If I would have worked for that man, I wouldn't have an affidavit sitting here saying, hey, this man, I ain't never done business with Mr. Stacy, but I know him as being our neighbor owning the trailer park.
Counselor, have you seen the alleged affidavit?
I haven't seen it.
Well, this is a handwritten document.
That's what
It's not notarized.
Mr. Murphy.
He wrote.
We don't know who this is from.
Mr. Murphy.
All his phone numbers on there. I done been through a lot of this, and I done told y'all 100 times it wouldn't mean. Huh?
Did that, right? It's okay.
All I see here is a handwritten document. It's not an affidavit. Whether or not Mr. Lyons wrote it or not, I don't know. And what his ability to write it is, I have no idea. So if he wants to introduce it, he can introduce it. I'm not going to object to him introducing it. I'm just going to say that it is what it is, and the court and the board can consider it for whatever worth it has. But I'm not going to say that this is an affidavit.
Right, so it's not notarized?
Not notarized.
I'll be glad to go get a notarized
It's not
one.
witnessed either.
I'll be glad to get his phone numbers on there. I've done lots of deals without a notary seal.
I don't care.
Mr. Stacy, in the evidence that we have, there's an estimate from Compton Builders. Do you have a copy of that in front of you?
Yes, I did.
Is that an estimate that Compton Builders put together to your knowledge?
No, I know they did. I know they did. Charlie Williamson had no authorization or any kind of format to do anything like this unless he would have stole or something, because I was in Seattle, Washington.
Is he still an employee of Compton?
He never was an employee. Never was an employee, ever.
What you got, Mr. Mertens?
The complainant and his adult children testified to me that Charles Williamson was on the job, that this gentleman here instructed the father to pay Charles Williamson for the job.
Do you have anything else?
They've never seen me, ever. I've never seen the kids, ever. The only reason I know the daddy talked about selling this property to our trailer park one time. That's it. He's sitting in his own right and saying, hey, he knows me, but I didn't do no work for him.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the board.
Let me ask one question. Mr. Stacy, Exhibit 2B.
Yes, sir.
Is that a Compton Builders LLC estimate? Is that your
No,
logo?
it's not.
Is that your logo?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And
is that your name on page 12, John Stacy?
Hang on a second. Let me see. Well, it's a scan of our logo's way better quality than our paperwork is. Somebody has knocked our paperwork off, I see, but I can tell you it ain't us. That's why I got the affidavit. I'll be glad to go get another one. He's our neighbor. I don't want no hard feelings with him or his son. His son don't even know me.
Is on page 12, is that your name, John Stacy?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board,
Here's a,
you have anything else, counsel? Mr. Landry?
Yeah, I think if you look at page 14, there is an email from that was sent by a family member regarding Compton, confirming that Compton was in fact the contractor. Is that right, Mr. Mertens?
yes.
I couldn't hear the question, counsel. What was it?
At page, in Exhibit 2C, page 14, there's an email from family members
Yeah.
in which it stated that Compton Builders was performing the work and how it was made out. A check was requested to be made out to Mr. Williamson.
That's
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
this ain't
I have
verified
nothing
either,
else to
though.
present.
I'm in good shape.
None of this is verified either, though. None of it's verified or notarized either. That document ain't notarized or verified through Google or nothing.
If there's no other evidence to be submitted, I don't know, Ms. Starks, do we have any additional evidence to be submitted? I don't know if Mr. Stacy does.
Mr. Stacy, would you like to introduce and tell?
You know, if they don't want this, I can go get a real document for them and get the seal on it and the whole deal.
We're prepared to proceed today.
All right.
All right. And there's no objection from council?
All right.
No.
Okay. I guess a letter,
It's being submitted for what it's worth.
alleged
But I
letter.
brought it a month ago for y'all to verify.
I'm not y'all.
In the
I'm
compliance
not them.
office.
I'm not them.
I knew.
But the document is admitted.
And his phone number's on the front of it.
All right, so I'm gonna move that we let the ruling that was originally set stand. And if
It's a rehearing, so you got to make a new ruling.
So, all right, so I'm gonna find the maximum fine of $9,730 without on hearing cost, cease and desist, and you're welcome to appeal it and bring whatever you need to bring.
So we have a motion. We need a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for max fine plus cost. All in favor? Any opposed?
Hold
Was
it.
there a motion to find
You have to find him guilty
guilty?
first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find you
How
guilty.
can y'all find somebody guilty when they wouldn't even?
That's all we
Don't
got.
have the
Thank you.
facts, sir.
You have
That's
the
wrong,
ability to appeal.
man. That's
Let's get the record clear. We're gonna get the record clear.
bad practice, man.
Mr. Stacy, please refrain. Thank you.
Good.
All right. Let me
So,
get
so anyway, I'm going to find him guilty, maximum fine of $730 without on hearing cost, cease and
Yeah.
desist.
Yeah.
Stacy.
Go ahead, sir.
I'll go get me a lawyer to appeal this because this ain't right at all.
Yes. You done, Mr. Stacy?
Yeah.
Let's go. Absolutely you are.
So for the record, we have a motion to find guilt. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second to find him guilty or to find Compton guilty. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. Now on to the fine and the penalty.
Maximum fine, $9,730 without on hearing cost, cease and desist. You didn't have one.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Mertens.
Curtis Lawrence or any representatives present?
You can step up to the podium, please.
Straighten it up.
Can you state your name, please?
Curtis Lawrence.
All right, Mr. Lawrence, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Thank you.
Again, you're going to have to make a decision on a rehearing.
Do we have a motion to rehear?
Second.
We have a motion and a second to rehear the matter. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Curtis Lawrence of Destrehan, Louisiana is before you today for consideration of an alleged violation for acting as a contractor to perform work without possessing a Louisiana state contractor's license at 2629-2631 St. Philip Street, New Orleans, Louisiana, in the amount of $176,567. This is his first violation. He has not applied.
Mr. Lawrence, how would you like to plead to the alleged violation? You have the options of pleading guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
I'm kind of
Okay.
in the middle of not guilty and no contest.
All right.
Let's know in the
so-
middle. It's one or the other.
So if
I'll
you
do no
plead,
contest.
Sir?
No contest.
Okay, we have
Second.
a motion and a second to accept the no contest plea. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Please accept it.
Call Stephanie Belanger.
Ms. Belanger has been sworn.
Ms. Belanger, in front of you are exhibits number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Were they prepared in the regular and ordinary course of business of the Licensing Board for Contractors for this matter?
They were.
We offer the exhibits into the record.
Mr. Lawrence, have you had a chance to review the documents that he's referring to?
I have.
Do you have any objections to the documents being entered into the record?
I do not.
Okay, no objection. Exhibits are admitted.
Mr. Belanger, Ms. Belanger, in your investigation of this matter, did Curtis Lawrence enter into an agreement to perform work on a residential construction project?
Yes.
And did they possess, or did Curtis Lawrence possess licensing with this board to perform that work?
No.
And was the total amount $176,567?
Yes.
And was that as shown at Exhibit 2B?
Yes.
Explain to the board who is J. Weber JBW Development.
JBW Development is a contractor that, let me see. They are the one who the cost breakdown is with.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I've talked with him and I reached out to him, he stated that he did not do the work.
Okay. And was JBW a licensed contractor?
Yes.
But Mr. Lawrence was not, is that correct?
Correct.
And then if you go to Exhibit D, it shows Mr. Lawrence writing the checks, is that correct?
Correct.
And who are those checks being written to?
The subcontractors.
In your investigation, did it appear that Mr. Lawrence was entering into a joint venture with JBW Development?
No.
Why was JBW Development on the contract, do you know?
JBW Development has done work for Curtis Lawrence before, and he forged his signature on the contract. Let me backtrack. He actually he submitted an estimate, but he didn't do the work.
Who did? JBW?
Yes, he had written estimates for him before, but he didn't do the work.
Okay. Did Curtis Lawrence own the actual property that the work was being performed on?
The property was owned by, it's between him and the Eldridge Moore who pulled the permit. They have a company 2631 St. Philip.
And so is Curtis Lawrence involved with that company as well?
Yes.
Okay. And was this a renovation of an existing project? Existing residential project?
Yes.
Okay. All right, no further questions.
Mr. Lawrence, do you have any questions for this witness?
I do.
Okay.
You said that when they asked you, did Curtis Lawrence own the property, you said that it was a joint venture. Are you correct with that statement?
No, it's not a joint venture.
Can you tell them who owns the property?
2631, I believe it was 2631 St. Philip.
Yes. Can you tell them who owns the property?
2631 St. Philip LLC.
Can I submit, or can I? present
You have the opportunity to do that.
exhibit?
You'll have the opportunity to do that when it's your time to make a statement and present.
And
You have any more questions?
yes.
Okay, go ahead.
You said that 2631 St. Philip was owned by Curtis Lawrence and Eldridge Moore.
I believe at the time it was.
So if I told you that was not correct, that Eldridge Moore was just an agent of 2631 St. Philip, and that I was the 100% owner, would you have anything to deny that?
You're both on Secretary of State under 2631 St. Philip.
I mean, that's not the question. I'm just asking, would you have anything to deny if I told you that I was
At this time, I don't have any paperwork to
100%
deny
owner
that, no.
of 2631 St. Philip?
At this time, I don't have the paperwork in front of me to deny that, so no.
I don't have any further questions. I'll go on.
Okay.
Get my statement.
Any, let me allow Mr. Landrew to finish, or if he has any other
Yeah,
questions.
I don't have any more questions, Ms. Boulanger. I'll ask Mr. Curtis Lawrence questions.
Okay.
Mr. Lawrence, the contract that's listed at 2B, is that the cost of $176,567? Was that the cost of the remodel of 2631 St. Philip?
It actually did not cost that.
It cost
That was the cost that it was.
That was an estimate?
That JBW gave.
Is that an estimate?
Correct.
Okay. And is that your signature on page 10, Curtis Lawrence?
Yes, it is.
And were you signing on behalf of 2631 St. Philip LLC?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And if we go to Exhibit 2D, were those checks that you wrote, starting at page 14?
Yes.
And that's your signature on those checks?
Yes, they are.
And was that for the renovation of the project at 2631 St. Philip?
Yes.
And did you hire the subcontractors to perform the work?
Yes, I did.
You hired all the subcontractors to perform the work?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And you managed the project?
I oversaw. I had a project. I had a project manager, but yeah, I oversaw the project.
You oversaw the project?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And I think you've already admitted you didn't have a contractor's license at the time. Is that correct?
I did not.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay. Mr. Lawrence, it's your opportunity to, I guess, offer an explanation to the board as to the violations. And also, since you pled no contest, you may offer a penalty to the board as to what you would like to pay. And they may reject it or come with another offer.
I'll start with I purchased this home in 2021, September of 2021, with the intention of living on one side and renting out the other side. So my CPA advised me to put it in the LLC of 2631 St. Philip Street. I am the 100% owner of that property. Nobody else owns it with me. In January of 2022, I reached out to JBW Development because they had did work for me and prepared an estimate, and we submitted the paperwork to One Stop the very same way I had drafted the paperwork in the past for JBW Development when they did work for me in the past. I followed the exact same protocol that he advised me to do. But I don't think, even with that being said, I don't think that's the issue. Once JBW Development prolonged starting the job in February or round about February or March, I made a trip to the City of New Orleans permit office. And when I went to the City of New Orleans permit office, they advised me that if I owned the home, that I could do the work myself, as long as I owned the home. What I did not know, or what I was not made aware of, was that I needed to do an affidavit of claiming exemption for licensure. Once I was made aware by the City of New Orleans that I needed to do a affidavit for claiming exemption from licensure, I had it completed. I want to submit this into the records. the affidavit.
What is it?
This is the affidavit from the city of New Orleans for claiming exemption from licensure.
Is it a copy?
Yes.
Okay. Counsel? Counsel?
Let me see. I don't have an objection to this.
Okay. Can I see it, Mr. Lawrence? All right, we have, you want to introduce into the record, you said?
Yes, I do.
Okay, no objection from counsel. The affidavit, the copy of the affidavit claiming exemption from licensure is admitted. Is that your only copy?
That was my only copy, but I mean, I have more copies and
Okay.
phones and stuff like that, so they can keep that copy.
This was a duplex.
Yes, it was.
I'm fairly sure that the affidavit only applies to single and not. I think because the duplex.
I can go further.
Okay.
So before, or when I did the affidavit for exemption of licensure, there was a flag that was placed on the property. So on June 30th of 2023, when I submitted the affidavit, I also asked for the flag to be removed. The state licensing board had not yet been on the scene yet. I didn't receive a notice of cease and desist when the state licensing board to get involved until October 2nd of 2023. So I did the affidavit in June of 2023, and I emailed, which I have copies of the emails, but I didn't print them out, where they informed me that they will remove the flag, that they needed to get with Jay Dufour, the city chief planner, because I had submitted the affidavit of licensure. Affidavit of exemption of licensure. On September 19th, I emailed Kenneth emailed me. He said, I spoke with the building chief. He said that if you can provide us with change of the property from your LLC to your name, then yes, you can use the homeowner affidavit and we will remove the flag. That email was submitted on September 19th. I want to submit introduce another exhibit, which is the act of quitclaim, where I did exactly what the chief said needed to be done. Okay. And I changed it from the LLC's name into my name.
Was this recorded?
It was recorded.
It says, do you have recordation information?
Yes. I don't have the recordation information with me, but it was recorded and with the city of New Orleans.
I don't have a problem with him introducing it. This is not. I'm not going to object to him submitting the document as an exhibit. However, I do submit that it's not a recorded document indicating that the property was actually changed with the Orleans Parish. So it doesn't show recordation or filing information.
I can attest that title source of Metairie, Louisiana filed the document with Orleans Parish. I super prepared.
Okay.
Ms. Is that it? Is that all you have, Ms. Lawrence? Or
Well, that's the last.
no? Is that all you have? Is that all you're going to submit to the board? Are you done?
Submitted, yeah. Now I'm just
I think he was
making a
still
statement.
talking.
I was still
Okay.
talking.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. The active quitclaim deed, I guess, as Exhibit 2 here is admitted. Is this your only copy, Mr. Lawrence?
It is, but I have more for my records.
Okay.
So, I submitted that to the city, and then on October 2nd, the state license board got involved, and I met with Stephanie and I can't think of with Joe, and we had a meeting, and they informed me that I could not, even though the city of New Orleans had gave me the affidavit for exemption of licensure, and I did the quick claim to put it in their name and have the flag removed. They informed me that I could not operate as a contractor, even though Orleans Parish had told me I could, and that it wasn't going to be allowed. And from that point, I hired a contractor, which was S&S Construction, to finish the job. So, you know, while I don't take it lightly, one, I apologize because I didn't get the notification. I'm living in Dallas, and I did not get notification. I did receive the email last 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago that they had a hearing, and that's why I asked for a rehearing. But secondly, I don't take this lightly, and the only reason I didn't plead not guilty was because there were things that I was told by the city of New Orleans and that I followed, considering that that was the permit office and who I needed to deal with. However, the state licensing board told me it was wrong. So that's why I was kind of like, I don't know if it's no contest or if it's guilty. I can attest to you that I own property at 2330 Royal Street and 630 Mandeville, and the city of New Orleans said that I need a contractor, and the contractor did that job and completed that job after this job. I am building on 1304 St. Charles Avenue, and the city of New Orleans told me I needed a contractor, and I have a contractor, and the contractor's completing that job. The only reason that I acted as a contractor in this case was because the city of New Orleans, that I got permits from, told me that I could. That's all. I don't have any more statements.
Board, before you get into anything, I would like to ask Mr. Lawrence a question. Exhibit 2D, Mr. Lawrence.
You said 2D?
2D, which is all the payments that Mr. Lawrence made to subcontractors. Ms. Lawrence, you did make all of these payments to subcontractors under the name Curtis Lawrence. Is that right?
Based on the checks, yes.
Okay, and it looks like these are all temporary checks. Is that correct?
Correct.
Had you just opened up a bank account at Home Bank?
I don't know if I did or didn't. What I can say is that I didn't have a checkbook, so they gave me checks, temporary checks, as I was doing the project.
Okay, and at what point did you hire S&S? Because these checks go all the way through December of 22.
I hired S&S on, let me see, I have the contract here. S&S was hired on November 30th.
Of 22?
Of 2023.
2020.
So, yeah. After I got the notice of cease and desist in October from the state board, I went and met with Mr. Joe and Ms. Stephanie, and they informed me that paperwork from the city of New Orleans could not be used, that it was not, that I couldn't do it myself, so I had to hire a contractor, and that's what I did.
Okay, Mr. Lawrence, and you know now that you cannot do construction work on any LLC properties and any other properties that are intended to be rented. Do you understand that?
Correct, that's why I transferred it to my name, because it was.
Okay. You know that you can only be doing work on a residential property in which you're going to live in it, right?
Correct, I still have the property, still own the property.
That you're going to be living in. Do you live in Dallas right now?
Yeah, I moved to Dallas since then.
Okay.
But
and I think that Mr. Bourlon was correct that. Was it Mr. Bourlon? No. Brandon was correct that if it is a duplex, you cannot construct it as a homeowner, and that you have pled not guilty, but under the statute you cannot perform work on a duplex as a homeowner.
Well, I pled no contest, but can I make a statement? If I go to the permit office,
I understand all that. The permit office is not the licensing board. Licensing board has its own rules, and so for future reference, and I think the board is understanding it, right, that you just cannot act as a contractor.
I understand.
Okay.
Can I say something to that? Sure. I went to the place where I got the permit, where I paid for the permit.
Yeah, I think we got that all sorted.
Okay.
I think we've got everything out here
Go ahead,
that
Frank.
we need, and I think we're ready to rule
Yeah,
if you're
we
ready
are.
for us to.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I rule that number one, that you did what you thought was right to start with. When you found out it was wrong, you corrected it. So I don't think there ought to be a penalty phase for that. I do think though that we did have a hearing, so I want to assess you $1,000 hearing costs, but no fine.
Okay. So we have a motion for no fine but $1,000 hearing. All right, motion and a second. All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
You track what happened?
I did.
All right, good, have a good day.
Thank you.
Safe
Stay with
travels.
the contractor.
Get your own license. The permit office, like,
All right, so where are we here?
hit Frank in the chest when he said it. Oh, I know. Are we ready?
So is that it? We have any other business? I'll take a motion to adjourn.